Alrighty, welcome back to Weenie Trades. So in this video, I'm going to be giving a quick holiday market analysis. So I'm going to be going over the SPY, AMC, the Qs, and just giving a short little trade recap. So there wasn't a stream today, but I'll be going into the details of why that is on the next live stream. So ask me about that later. AMC had a slight red day today. AMC was down 6% today, and we're still rejecting from this upper supply zone. Look at how many upper wicks that we have from 64.50 all the way down to 62.50. I said that AMC needs to hold above this zone, this 62.50 to 65 zone, for it to continue its second squeeze to the upside. So AMC right now, watch out for that. I'll call it 64. If AMC is coming above 64, it would most likely be doing a second squeeze, at least for a quick little higher high. But think of how many profit takers that'll be when there's a quick higher high. You know, how many people are going to hold past 100? It possibly can go past 100, but the risk is also to the downside on AMC. And we have violated, if we just draw a little bit of trend lines, just as quick visuals, not as any hard set rules. We did violate the higher low trend, which could be a signal that short term, if we start to put in a lower high and then a lower low, then AMC could be starting a new downtrend and we could start to roll over. Now, we just need to be open-minded for both scenarios. Watch out for that ascending triangle. If AMC gaps up over 64, look for a shock gap scenario, and that's where the short sellers will be trapped, and we can see an AMC squeeze all the way up to probably that 85, 95, maybe 100. I don't think AMC stays above 100 for too long. So that's AMC. If you watched yesterday's game plan video, I said that I really like the QQQ, the technology sector, for bullish trades. The QQQ did exactly what it needed to do. I said if the Qs can just hold above 340, we should be good to go and continue on up. Well, what did the Qs do today? Nice good hammer candle. The low of the day was 340.15. So the Qs, nice good move. I'll talk about my trade recap in Google later today, but the QQQ still bullish. Looking for, if it can pop upside. We are a little bit extended, but if we start to break down the SPY also had a gap and go day, so we just kind of gapped and go. But the SPY is weaker than the Qs. It's at a different point in its chart. It's coming off a sell-off versus the Qs were just going sideways. So if SPY starts to keep pushing higher, look for some resistance at about 423 to 422. So 422 to 423 could be that sell zone on the SPY if we are extended into that. Tomorrow is turnaround Tuesday. It's a psychological thing for some traders to kind of reverse the market a little bit. So don't be surprised to see a pop and drop if we're gapping up tomorrow. Otherwise, if there's no gap tomorrow, we'll just evaluate the price action. You just got to be nimble for both sides if there's no gap. And if there's a gap down, be careful. That means that we missed the gap and we could be seeing a quick lower low. That could be a scenario of a one-day wonder. However, still, we talked about higher highs, higher lows. This is nothing but a higher low HL in the trend for SPY. In terms of my trading recap for today, I had a swing trade on Boeing. On Friday, we made a nice good doji day after being sold off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row. And it's kind of about the 50% retracement of the up move. So we come back down. This is probably about 50% from the high. It's a support level. We start to get a little bit of an indecisive candle. We talked about this in the course that where these doji candles happen on a chart is really important. So this doji candle happened right at support at a retracement level. Boeing was very likely to bounce. So I purchased a Boeing call option, the 240 strike call, and that cost about $300. So if Boeing were to, just go sideways or sell off massively, I do risk the whole $300 at expiration. I'm not going to let it do that though, so I place a stop loss of minus $50. Now that's my max risk. And Boeing, what we did today was a gap and go. So we gapped up and then we just went, just like with the whole market. And Boeing, I was targeting about the 345 area, and so I took some, or 245 area. So there we go, took some profits on Boeing. Nice, good trade. That Boeing trade was actually a little bit over 100% return. So the net profit on that was about $352. And that just shows you the power of options. Not all options go 150%, 100%, but they do pay you really well if you have a nice good risk to reward and you happen to nail a low like that. This is a big day for Boeing, up 3.34%. And when you can catch a 3.34% move on one call option, that's a pretty sizable move as capturing like a smaller move with a smaller cap stock or a mid cap stock. So keep an eye out for those option trades. My last trade of the day was on Google, and I'm actually more proud of this trade on Google. Even though I made less money on it, I executed a little bit better, even than the Boeing trade. Maybe not now that I think about it, but Google, really good move. We were nice and uptrending on the day, and we started to pull back, and as we start to curl up, this is a nice good buy setup. When we start to break out over 24.30, I go ahead and buy Google. And we move up, and as we start to pull back, I take some profits right there, and then I set my stop loss just underneath break even on the second half, and that second stop loss hit. The reason I like that is because I'm really putting myself in a good position by selling some at the high and then putting my stop at break even. It allows me to capture twice the move if it doesn't hit my stop loss, and if it does hit the stop loss, oh well, no harm, no foul, just a break even scratch trade. So Google, small little actually red trade versus slippage, minus $11.98. So nice, good day. And lastly, I'm asking for any video editors. I have a ton of short clips to be made of the Vegas trip, at least the first part of the trip. So be sure to join the Discord, link in the description, and DM me. Try to think of something or show me something that you've worked on in the past, and that'll be super helpful. So otherwise, updates coming in the next stream I do on Wednesday, 6/23. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.